Hey guys, welcome back. Josh here, and today we're going to be opening up Rivals of Ixalan. I wasn't playing Magic when this was out, and I haven't opened too many packs, and I was down at my local game store, and I thought, well, why not just get a bundle? That way, add more to my collection. On this episode, we're going to be opening this up and then taking a look at what lies ahead for 2019. Happy 2019, everyone. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. So, start off with this player's guide. There. Nothing. So, you guys getting all ready for Ravnica Allegiance? Green die again. Let's see. 13. 10. Getting close. Yeah, so the guilds with Ravnica Allegiance. I am excited. I'm looking forward to the Orzhov and the Gruul. Those are going to be the two. I'm going to be going down to the game store on Sunday to do the pre-release. Let's get cracking. Jump right into this. It's right there. Yeah, so I hope to be able to do the Orzhov or Gruul. Simic, meh, or Azarius. That could be cool also. And then the other last one, Rakdos. I think that could be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. But let's just get right in. See what we can pull. Cherished Hatchling. 1 green, 1 colorless, 2/1. When it dies, you may cast a dinosaur spell this turn as though they had flash. And whenever you cast a dinosaur spell this turn, it gains when this creature enters the battlefield, you may have it fight another creature. That is pretty powerful considering how big dinosaurs normally are. Curious Obsession. I see this played a lot in Arena. You put this on like a merfolk that can't be blocked. And it says enchanted creature has 1/1, and whenever it deals combat damage to the other opponent, you get to draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with that creature, you have to sacrifice this. You have to stay curious. Charging Tuscadon, 5 mana, 2 red, 3 colorless, 4/4 trample, and if it deals damage to the opponent, it doubles the damage. Tomb Robber, 3 mana for a 1/1 menace. Discard a card. Tomb Robber explores. Huh. I don't see that played too often, but ooh, Deadeye Brawler, starting out with our first foil. Look at that. 1 black, 1 blue, 2 colorless, 2/4 Death Touch Ascend. So that means if you have 10 or more permanents, then you have the City's Blessing. When it deals combat damage to a player, you get to draw a card as long as you have the City's Blessing. I like that. That's pretty cool. And it's foil. Swamp and Minecraft Magic. Huh. I don't even think about that. Alright. Haven't seen any advertisements. Maybe that thing failed. Or maybe it's huge. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Next up. Flood of Recollection. 2 blue. Return target instant or sorcery card from the graveyard to your hand. Exile this card. Jungle Creeper. Return Jungle Creeper from your graveyard to your hand. So it's 3 mana for a 3/3. That's not bad. 3 mana for a 3/3. And if you have 5, you can return it to your hand. Crested Herd Collar for 5. 2 green, 3 colorless. 3/3 trample. When it enters battlefield, create a 3/3 green dinosaur token with trample. 5 mana, getting 2 3/3s. Atality Primal Storm. I've seen this used in Arena. Not too often, but I have seen it. 2 red and 4 colorless for a 6/6. When it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Yeah, that could definitely be a problem. Ooh. And our second foil, second pack, Shatter. Destroy target artifact. That is cool. Ooh, little treasure token. I do need that. I don't have too many treasure tokens yet. Anyway, so in the upcoming year, so we have Ravnica Alliance or Allegiance coming out. I have 2 boxes ordered on that, so I should be getting those anytime. Probably Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday. And I want to start doing giveaways on the channel, so stay tuned to that. And then a couple other things to discuss is, let me finish this pack. We'll talk more about that. Mausoleum Harpy. I do like this with, so it's a 1 black, 4 colorless, 3/3, flying and ascend, which is the city's blessing, as long as you have 10 permanents on the ground. Whenever another creature you control dies, you may have this, and you have the city's blessing, put a 1/1 counter on this. I like the red spell that has you gain control of the opponent's card, then you can attack with it and then sack it before the end of the turn. I've had that done to me so many times in Arena. Stormfleet Sprinter, 3 mana, 2/2 haste, can't be blocked. I don't know why I don't see more people playing with that. Shake the Foundations. 1 red, 2 colorless. Shake the Foundations deals 1 damage to each creature without flying, and draw a card. Ooh. Journey of Eternity. I've seen this used quite a bit. You enchant this onto a creature, and then when they die, return it to the battlefield under your control, and then this enters the battle form transformed. Boom. And then when it's transformed, 5 mana, 1 green, 1 black, 3 colorless. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Super potent. That is a great pull. And a golem. Ooh, I use this in my red aggro deck. Fanatical Firebrand. 1 for 1/1 haste, and you can sack it to deal 1 damage. Perfect for the pressure. Stone Quarry. Tap to add a red or white comes into play. Tapped. Pride of the Conquerors. I just bought some of these offline because I needed them. Ascend if you have the city's blessing. 10 cards. Yet again. I won't mention that again. But until end of turn, all your creatures get +1/+1. If you have the city's blessing, they get 2/2 for 2 mana. Great in a white weenie deck. Oathsworn Vampire. 1 black, 1 colorless. 2/2. Enters battlefield tap. You may cast from your graveyard if you gained a life this turn. That is awesome. That is a really decent card. And Direfleet Daredevil. 2 mana, 1 red, 1 colorless, 2/1 first strike. When it enters battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from the opponent's graveyard. You may cast that card this turn, and you may spend mana as though you were mana of the type to cast the spell. If that card would be put into the graveyard this turn, instant exile it. It's cheap. Not about rare. City's Blessing. There it is. This is cool. I'm so glad I got back into Magic. I've been having so much fun. I went Friday and played. Oh my goodness. I lost my first match, and then the second match, I won the first game and should have won the second game, but because I wasn't paying attention, I didn't deep dive on one of my creatures, or dive down, and it ended up costing me the game. So then he won the third game, so I lost 2 sets in a row. And then the third game, I swept the guy, which I should have swept the second guy. So I came in 5th when I should have probably came in 2nd or 3rd. So make sure to be paying attention, especially in those high like when it's towards the end of the game and there's a lot of tension going on. Make sure to pay attention. But man, I had a great time going down to the store. Okay, Reckless Rage. 1 red. Does 4 damage to target creature you don't control and 2 damage to a creature you control. Merfolk Mistblinder. A blue and a red. Or, I'm sorry, a blue and a green. 2/2 other merfolk you control get 1/1. Pretty key card in a merfolk deck. Swift Warden. 2 green, 1 colorless. 3/3 flash. When it enters the battlefield, target merfolk you control gains hexproof until end of turn. That is like a dive down for merfolk. That is sweet. That's pretty good. And a Siegehorn Ceratops. 1 green, 1 white. 2/2 enrage. When it deals damage, put 2 1/1 counters on it. That's pretty cool. Never did make a dino deck. Alright, let's see. Forsaken Sanctuary. It comes in tapped and add a black or a white. Strength of the pack, 6 mana total, 2 green, 4 colorless. Put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control. That can really, I bet that would work really well for the new Simic. Or is it Azarius? Well, I don't know. One of those. And then Majestic Helicopterus, 2/2 flying. When it attacks another creature, dinosaur gains flying. And Polyraptor. I've seen a lot of good decks with this. 2 green, 6 colorless, 5/5. When it's dealt damage, create a token that's a copy of Polyraptor. I've seen some really awesome decks with that. Oh, and dinosaur. Coming up soon, I just won a box from Goodwill. Look on Goodwill's website, they sell just random pounds of Magic the Gathering cards. So I'm going to try my hand at opening up a box that I think it said it was 2 or 3 pounds. So that'll be upcoming on the channel too. See if we can pull some oldies but goodies. Back when I used to play all those years ago. Woodland Stream, makes a green or a blue. Comes into play tapped. Imperial Ceratops, 5 mana, 1 white, 4 colorless, 3/5. When it's dealt damage, you gain 2 life. Thank you, sir. Baffling End. I saw this card the other day. 1 white, 1 colorless. When it enters battlefield, exile target creature your opponent controls with converted mana cost of 3 or less. When it leaves the battlefield, this leaves the battlefield, make a 3/3 green creature with trample. And a Dead Man's Chest. This is a wall of text. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When enchanted creature dies, exile cards equal to its power from the top of the owner's library. You may cast non-land cards from among them as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of the type of the chosen spell. That's pretty powerful. That's not too shabby. And there we go. 3 left. I'm looking for like a Rekindling Phoenix or Immortal Sun. Let's see. I haven't gotten any more foils either. Alright, Forerunner of the Legion. Good for a vampire deck. When it enters battlefield, you may search your library for a vampire. And whenever a vampire enters the battlefield, target creature gets 1/1 till end of turn. This is all for 3 mana for 2/2. Not a bad. Flood of Recollection. So when you get a new, you can bring back an instant or sorcery card and exile that. Shake the Foundation. This does 1 damage to the non-flyers and draw a card. Silverclad Ferocidons. 7 mana, 2 red, 5 color, 8/5. That's a big boy. When it is dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. That's wow. That's just going for it. Alright, 2 left. Here we go. We have Slippery Scoundrel. Very slippery scoundrel. 1 blue, 2 colorless, 2/2, ascend. As long as you have the city's blessing, Slippery Scoundrel. Has hex proof and can't be blocked. Needletooth Raptor. I see this in Arena. 2/2 for a 4. Whenever a raptor, and when it's dealt damage, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. So that's pretty cool, because you can pick which creature. Forerunner of the Coalition. 1 black, 2 colorless, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you can search for a pirate card and then put it on top of your library. Whenever a pirate enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent will lose 1 life. And Hadana's Climb. Look at this thing. So it's a legendary enchantment. 1 blue, 1 green, 1 colorless. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then if that creature has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, transform the Climb. Nice, let's see. Target creature you control gains flying and gets XX until end of turn, where X is its power. Boom. That's cool. And a Saproling. I haven't seen that Saproling. That's awesome. Alright, last pack. So we talked about the Goodwill thing, talked about the Allegiance coming up. Let's see. What else? Another Mistfolk. Oh, that's cool. If I ever make a Merfolk deck. Thrashing Brontodon. 2 green and a colorless, 3/4, sacrifice it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I like that because there's so many enchantments that just lock the game down. Raging Regisaur, red and green, 2 colorless, 4/4. When it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target player or creature. It's like a little Timmy. And Slaughter the Strong. I like the name of that. 2 white and a colorless. Each player chooses any number of creatures he or she controls with total power 4 or less. Then sacrifices all other creatures he or she controls. That's game changing. Alright. Dinosaur. Alright, cool. So, the other thing I was going to talk about was check out your local Craigslist. I highly recommend this. So I was able to pick up some bundles at a very discounted rate. I got 2 Dominaria and 1, 2, 3 of Guilds of Ravnica at a very good price. So later on in the week we will be opening these up, and this is good because this one we just opened up, I think it's going to be cycling out of what you can be playing with in tournaments. But this still has another set left in it, and this one still has 2 more sets left in it to be able to be playable at your local game stores. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Stay tuned. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell so you know when I'm publishing new videos. And happy 2019. We'll see you later in the week. Good luck on Ravnica Allegiance, guys.